Okay, you are having an opportunity. So, first thing to understand is what is the opportunity. The opportunity is that some of you or many of you are preparing for some competitive exam, and competitive exams are the greatest opportunities in India for a lot of middle class families, because that is the fastest, easiest, and most certain way to a good job, to a good salary, and all the good things a good salary and good job brings in life, which means respect in the society, among friends, among relatives, and so on. So, one thing you have to be sure to understand that the opportunity these jobs provide such a solid success in life that there is so much competition in India. And we have to understand that competition is so tough that in many exams, less than 2 to 5% people get success, which means if 100 people prepare for a competitive exams, maybe 95 to 98 people fail. Now, no coaching institute tells this. They say you join our course and we will make you a winner. There are at least 3 IAS institutes in Udaipur, and one I knew, he had 70 people. So 3 means, I don't know, maybe 200 people. And not every year even one person gets IAS from Udaipur. So that means out of 200, 0 people can get a success or 1 person gets success. But these 200 people, some have come from villages, they are staying in hostel, they are eating, doing whatever they do. They are having hard time spending parents' money, family money. And at the end of 2 years or 3 years, when it becomes clear to them that there is no IAS, they don't have anything to fall back on, because IAS syllabus is such, it's way too advanced. There's nothing else that it applies directly to. So first thing to understand that these jobs are very good way to be sure of higher salaries and good job. So that is opportunity number 1. Now you have to understand. Now here I have data like 2%, 5%. Like IAS, out of 10 lakh, 180 people become collectors IAS. For CAT MBA, out of 2 lakh, 1300. For IIT, out of 15 lakh, just 10,000. And similarly, out of 11 lakh, 60,000 in MBBS. So this says that the competition is extremely tough. On the other hand, we also need to know particularly that even though these numbers make it so scary that I have practically no chance of success, that's the feeling we'll get. But most people are lost in Facebook and social media. They have no time or energy left to compete. So they are not even motivated, they are not even trying. They just fill out the forms, pay the fee, but don't even appear. Many don't appear for exams. Many leave as soon as they allow a person to get out of the exam hall, which may be 30 to 60 minutes. So let me show you how many. Today we are 13 people. First day we were 33, 34, 35, something like that. And these people are coming from about 12,000 or 13,000 people. That is how big my list is. And this class was free actually. So nobody can give the excuse that I don't have money. So money is never a problem. If you don't have money, you can borrow, you can beg, you can ask some friend, you can ask parents, you say this is very important, and they will find you money. Because so many people nowadays, like I never imagined India was going to become so rich in like 25 years. 25 years back, very few cars and only middle class people had motorcycle. But now people who are at the bottom, like there's a college girl who studies in college. She has a scooter and she does like cleaning in the house. That is how she maintains her scooter, and that is how it helps her college education. So people who are earning the minimum in society, a lot of them can afford scooter and motorcycle. So the question is not of 500 or 5,000 rupee, but the question is people are not motivated at all. That is a big advantage for you. That is your opportunity. So your competition is not as bad as it looks, but it is much easier. So continue to focus. Now you have learned techniques that makes you much ahead of others, way ahead of others. So recognize your advantage. First, there's a great opportunity in the jobs, a competitive exam, either for job or promotion or whatever else. Second, the competition is not that hard because most people are too busy, too troubled, and unmotivated. And now you know some skills, so you are way ahead of others. Now, another way to understand is this. See, I've been teaching this for more than 30 years now. So over the years, I have identified and organized all the things you need. So to maximize your success, essentially there are three parts. One, you learn something. That is when you learn for the first time, either in classroom or using a book. See, second, you repeat that, you revise that again so you can remember it. And finally, you have to learn special techniques, so from what you memorize, you can write fast enough, do not make silly mistakes, so you can get maximum marks in the exam. Now, most people, when they join coaching, this is what they're getting: books and notes and teachers. Hardly anybody gets concentration, IQ. Sometimes there's no systematic revision, as we discussed, but in coaching classes, they have a weekly test, then there is some revision, but not as effective as I teach. Hardly anybody has instant notes, and nobody learns faster reading. So people have this and a half of this, let us say. Then coaching classes are very good at practice tests. So they have full. One benefit here, one here, and half here. 2.5. Maybe they don't particularly practice writing faster or solving faster, but let's say half of that. So 3, and nobody teaches them how to be relaxed in exam so that you have confidence, but you're relaxed. You are not hyper, so you avoid silly mistakes. So basically 1, half, half, and 1. So roughly 3 out of these 9 components is what everybody else is using. And and today, like last 4 days, you learned these 3. You did not learn everything that I can teach, but we had short time and I taught everything I can. But those, if you do nothing else, those itself is very powerful. So you are much better off because rather than 2.5, you have 3 here. Like rather than half others have, you have 3. So rather than 2.5 for others, you have 5 elements in your control. Now so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through these 3 and these 3, because remaining we have already done, and then I will offer you at the end an opportunity if you like to continue to work with me. Okay, so first, very quickly, you do not want 10 books for a subject because the goal is revision, and if you have 10 books you cannot revise. So you want to get smallest 1 book if possible. But for some exams such as IAS, 1 book may not be possible. Then find 1 main book, and if any chapter is missing, find another book, tear out that chapter and keep it. So you have minimum number of pages. And once you have minimum number of pages, then use instant notes and systematic revision and faster reading so you can revise that again and again. That is secret 1. Concentration, like eliminate all distractions. Like Satish, uninstall Facebook, and so on and so forth. You have to build IQ. There are many ways, like we have a software. You already know pretty much about systematic revision, fast notes, and this. There are more deeper techniques, but what you know is a lot. Now, wherever you are, you should do practice tests. If you join coaching, they give you practice tests. If not, join some online mock test. Those are relatively cheaper. Like if a coaching costs 50,000 to 1 lakh rupee, this will cost perhaps 2,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. Join something because that will give you practice, and when you practice some, like one particular test. If there's every week, in 1 week, practice answering fast, not worrying about 100% accuracy. Next time, answer slow with the goal of 100% accuracy. So your skills of being accurate will increase, and your skills of answering fast will increase. And the third time, try fast plus accurate. Not too fast, but reasonably accurate. So that's the goal. So this is how you take mock tests. You don't take practice tests in the same lazy style that most people take. If you plan, think ahead, then you can use this to get training, solid training, build muscle for answering fast and answering accurately. And finally, relaxed confidence. This 3-step method you learned on 4th day, that is what you practice for relaxed confidence. That is one. Okay, so you are now empowered to do your best, which is like 10 times or 20 times better than the competition. Not just because of my techniques do help you, but your own motivation to wake up at 5 o'clock and attend this class, because this is very hard. 6 o'clock is hard for me, hard for all of you, but you are here. And see, first day if 35 people came, today let's say how many are here now? 17. Only half. So even people who benefited on first day, half are not motivated enough to wake up and come again. Okay, that is what puts you in advantage, that you are motivated enough, you are willing to do what it takes. Now I'm going to take questions on these. Now you can ask questions on anything, but before that I want to take a few minutes to give you information about a course I prepared just for you. Is it okay? If that is okay, please type in chat that it is okay. You would like, oh I have to stop sharing. That is right. If it is okay, then I can show you. Okay, 3 people. Great. Where is it? Here. So I have to first share the screen again. Okay, here I go. See, I have the course here called All. Okay, toppers9.com/all. And this is the course. All it does, it teaches 9 success activators. And this is what you do. I'm essentially looking for a small group of students, people who now today are like me when I was in 10th grade. What was special about me in 10th grade? I was smart, hardworking, and was getting some success. But my life changed when I got a chance to be mentored in a 2-month summer program. Rajasthan government had a program where they selected through a written exam 60 best people from science, 10th class science, and we had a summer vacation. So a lot of people came, taught, and that was my life's best learning experience, because it was so intense, only smartest people, so the teachers could teach a lot, and there were so many guests, students from IITs, people from space program, and all kinds of people. So I mean, you already passed all this. Now I want to show you what happens. See, these are my marks: 10th grade, 11th grade. I didn't do 12th. From 11th I went to engineering. See, I got 48% marks in social studies. and I got 85% marks in chemistry, and I got higher marks in physics and mathematics. Okay, and just 1 year later, after that 2-month training, at the end of this, I got in English I got 64% marks, but I got 97 in chemistry, 94% in physics, and 94% in maths, and I was 5th rank holder in the board exam. And because I was in 5th rank holder, it is not computerized. They double check all the copies to make sure there's no mistake before they announce it, so it is handwritten. So okay, so mentoring is important, and the difference between a course and, like, if I had sent you 4 or 5 videos, then the videos are useful, but they don't change life, because we need to get our doubts answered. However small the doubt, or at least we need to see the person's face, person talking to us, open to answer, because there are going to be doubts, and if those doubts are not solved, then we don't trust the system. So a video course alone is not that powerful. So what I have is, like, where you have an opportunity to work with me, answer question. And I was lucky to get this NCERT scholarship also. Now another thing, in the course I teach you a lot of things, like what mistake did I make so that I got only 48% marks. Then I show you that in the first year of Pilani I got this, little later I got this. Okay, so this, it just shows that, okay, I'm capable of getting all A's. That's all it shows. In one particular semester, I decided that everybody was studying, not studying so well. I was studying all the time. So, and by that time my marks were almost final. I had applied for going to USA, and I was 100% sure of getting scholarship, etc. So I thought, this semester let me work 95% and not 100%. And now, just that mental shift, that I'm not going to give my 100%, I'm going to give 95%. And see, from all A's, where did I land? All C's, only 1 B. So the difference between 100% and 95% is not 5%. It can be huge. So whatever you decide, go all in 100%. Just that mental shift puts you way ahead of others in whatever competition you are. See, this is all relative grading, and these were the same 380 people or whatever, whoever my classmates, right? They didn't change from this semester to this semester. It is just my mindset change that, okay, I'm going to work 95% and not 100%. All right. So this course I call Topper Success Course, and I teach all this. And then there are question and answers. So the best way I figured out is, okay, now all these I've divided into 7 modules. Now module number 7 is how to go from procrastination to commitment. This is a problem a lot of people face. Module number 3 is systematic revision and fast notes, that is instant notes. And like module number 1 is 4 mindsets and 2 success tools. So these are really, really powerful things. We haven't covered any of these right now. And it comes with 100% money back guarantee. You use it for, get the first module, use it. If you're not happy, get 100% money back. But because I already know you, what I'm going to do is, you use 2 modules. If you're not happy, stop and get 100% money back. So there's no risk. Out of 7, 2 I want you to try before you are sure that you want to continue. So there's 0 risk for you. And you'll get results in just 4 weeks. You'll get much better. These are 7 different modules, and there's this IQ Builder software. So you get all of this. Value is like 19,583, and this course is available in two packages, silver and gold. What is silver is basically all the video downloads and IQ Builder for one year, and this is just 4,990. The second one is you have everything in silver package plus weekly question answers. This is the ideal for everybody, and there are 4 weekly question answers. The question answers start at 8 p.m. on Thursday, and I go as long as it takes, as much as 3 hours, but usually it would not take so much time because nobody would have so many questions. But I'm committed to spend up to 3 hours so that all of your doubts are cleared and you can get maximum benefit. This is 7,990, and if you don't have Mind Machine and you want to get Mind Machine also, then this is the optional. So you get gold package plus Mind Machine plus dApps, and this is Mind Machine for mind programming using electronic device. The electronic device does two things. It changes your brain waves so that the brain waves are those of relaxation, meditation, and particularly suited for faster learning, those brain waves. And second, dApps. This is electronic equipment. If you have to travel or somewhere you cannot go, so the best audio program without the electronics, that is. And both of these have 2 stories. So one, it changes brain waves so that you are relaxed and in a state. That is the state training, in the state for learning. That's the whole purpose. And second part is those 2 stories, they program your mind for powerful, empowering beliefs and eliminate negative, limiting beliefs, so that when combined, your performance dramatically improves. Now, this Mind Machine alone sells for 5,700. The dApps sells for 2,775. This is exactly what people are paying. So if you also want to get this, then you are saving 6,500 rupees as compared to ordering them separately. So this is it. And you can talk to your friends, your parents, and if you can afford, like, if you don't have to talk to anybody, that is best. Just join whatever works for you, whatever is right for you, and this will change your life. And even this one, Mind Machine, comes with 7-day money back guarantee. Use it for 7 days. If you're not happy, return it. And same thing with dApps. Use it for 7 days. If you're not happy, you keep dApps and just send me an email and I will send you refund. Same thing with the right. So this is what I have, and this is life changing. If you are doing something important, I very much want you to get one of these. Okay, now that completes my offer. So I want to focus on any questions you have. I want to answer any questions. Anybody, any questions? So anybody wants to ask a question, please unmute yourself, ask the question, and then mute yourself again after the question. Okay, this is really good. Today we have highest number of photos I can see, 8 people. And so many don't have like camera, so they cannot share their picture.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yesterday I couldn't attend because I am on traveling on the way Visakhapatnam to Kolkata.
Okay.
But I heard video night, sir.
Oh, great. That's it. Great.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I got Mind Mission for my child last year. So, sir, what is the validity? How long it can be used?
Okay. It is so designed that it should last for 10 to 20 years. Because the number one thing that breaks in our earlier versions and all the Mind Machines in the world, their glasses are like this. So if you put there, it falls, this thing will break. This will goes. And so what we did, we removed this I don't know what these are called in English, but we have put Velcro belt, and this one we have manufactured using non-breakable plastic, this part. So
Sir.
even if it falls from third floor, it will not break. This glasses, the glasses is the weakest part. So now the Mind Machine is practically unbreakable, and electronics is solid, designed by my friend in Udaipur who did electronics engineering from Jodhpur. He's NTSC scholar. He's a bright guy. There are about 10,000 Mind Machines in use, and we get about 3, 4, 5 for repair every year. And half of them, like, people have put the pencil cell in reverse, and they are struggling why it is not working. And I mean, or their cells have become old and they bought new cells, but those are also old stock, so they didn't have power. That the design
In
is.
fact,
Pardon me?
I didn't used. My son was used. After 1 month, he said that he is not getting both stories.
Right.
So I don't know. He is complaining that is it any defect in the machine?
Now, okay, if you're, see, so what happens, just disconnect everything, connect again, it should work. And
Okay.
if it doesn't work, for first 12 months, send it to us. Repair is absolutely free. Whatever it is, we'll do it. And after that, it is 580 rupees, including 18% GST, including courier charges. We'll do whatever repair it takes and return to you, for as long as our company is there and as long as you are there.
And I need one suggestion.
Yes, please.
Because our syllabus is very vast, 15 subjects, and there are 20 plus books we have to read for any competitive examinations or other things to get higher degrees. So how can I do all these things by doing the job? I am getting very less time.
Okay. First of all, you are a doctor. See, by the way, those you do not know, Chandrasekhar is a doctor, MD, and his son is also a doctor. So it means he's old enough. He doesn't look so old because he's got great hair and great look. So okay, what you have to do is, if there are multiple books,
Sir.
if one book is this fat and one book is this much, buy the thin book, part 1. Make instant notes. See last 2-3 years of question papers to see what kind of question they ask. So when you study with that in mind. If there's a coaching, then join coaching, because coaching people spend a lot of time to understand what kind of questions come, and they guide you appropriately.
Sir.
And then, not only are you a doctor, everybody who appears for the exam is working as a doctor. So you are competing with people who are as busy as you are. Okay, so this is not a big disadvantage for you. This becomes disadvantage in like IAS. Some people are in bank job and appearing for IAS, and some people are working 14 hours a day and preparing for IAS. Now in that case, the person who is in job, it is harder for them because they don't get time. But for you, you are competing against similar people, so I don't see big problem. You manage just the way others manage. Yeah.
One more question.
Please.
Sir, do you have any books or material so how to appear interviews for jobs or any other competitive?
Okay. You go to Amazon and type interviewing, and you might find 1,000 books. See, books can give some ideas for somebody who knows nothing, but books never fine tune you. Books do not identify. See, if I go and I publish a book, what you learned in 4 days, the book no publisher will publish. It's a what? Two total of 5 minutes of instruction, right? In 4 days.
Sir.
Nobody wants to publish it. They want me to add 50 topics. And if I put all those topics, how would you know which is crucial, which is essential, and where you should focus? It becomes a big project. So books are not right. What you need is somebody like me, you join the course in the live question answer for like when normal questions are done, we have time, we focus on interview. And interview, if you ask how to prepare for interview, you'll get meaningless answer. You have to identify what is the difficulty you have, then answer can be very specific and exactly what you need. It's like medicine. Without diagnosis, all prescriptions are useless.
Yes, sir.
Right? I mean, I can give you like.
My last question.
Yes, please.
My last question.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Which course you suggest for me? I have Mind Mission and all
Right.
books
See,
also.
right. So you have this gold course only, because that is question answer. See, questions answers are more important than material. You go to Google, type anything how to study, you'll get a million videos,
Yes.
million articles. So information is free and useless because you don't know who to trust. On one side, there's a person like me who has spent 30 years teaching and maybe 5-7 years. Like when I was in second grade of Pilani, BTech, there was a course on report writing. And you know what was the topic of my report writing? How to get more marks at BITS Pilani. Because since that time I've been helping friends, how do you revise? I figured out in my 11th grade that you have to repeat. That's what I understood through chemistry success. So I've been teaching my friends. So there's on one side, if like the first 3 techniques, 2 minutes each, so total 6 minutes or 10 minutes, right? What you learn in 10 minutes,
Yes.
you cannot learn in like 1,000 hours on Google. Which video will you watch? Who would you trust? That's the problem. Okay, so did I answer your questions?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, next
Yes, sir.
person.
Thank you, sir.
Next person, please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Sir, I want to ask just one thing, that that membership, will it be online? The classes will be online or offline?
No. Okay. The video you download, you get on Monday and Thursday. 2 videos a week. You watch the videos, and then question answers are like this in a meeting. All the other participants are online, you are online, everybody's picture is visible. So whatever problem one person is facing, even others might be facing but not fully aware. So that is how we get more benefit. See, even here, when one person asks a question, you might realize, oh, I can also use this, I didn't think of this, right? Same thing in the. So video are recorded, question answers are live, and on Zoom call, Zoom meeting.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else, any question about anything, right? Yes, Vijay.
Sir, I just to find out shorten the works, sir. I tend to procrastinate. Today I want to fix like task. Less task keep also other works or other distractions coming. How to overcome the procrastination, like postponing. Like today I want to write a blog, but it is making 2 days, 3 days, extending time. Procrastination.
Okay. So what Vijay is saying, procrastination, which is we feel lazy and postpone stuff, or we don't feel good and don't do it. Now this is a hard problem because it is a habit. You have built this habit over years and some people over decades. That is why in my course, the 7th module is focused just on procrastination. It is a hard problem to solve, and if it is not possible to solve in one sentence. I cannot give you one tip and your procrastination will go away. It has to be attacked from many sides. One, your goals have to be very specific. If you say, I want to study better, now that is not clean up. I want to earn more, that is not enough. That's not specific enough. I want to have a good health. No, that is not specific enough. Are you going to do 20 push-ups and 20 pull-ups? If you say I'm going to do 20 sit-ups and 20 push-ups, that is specific. Then you can plan how much time it would take, what would happen. So to get over procrastination, many things have to be done, not just one. And the best is you join the course.
Sir, I have some specific questions for, I think I don't know it would be usable for others or not. In my role, as I've told you that I'm branch manager, a lot of times we have to do work because I'm previous to this assignment, I thought that I'm a born leader. I used to say this to myself a lot of times in my from childhood days. I had done a lot of things. I was like a person who used to lead, but in this particular role what I feel that whatever I'm telling to people, um, they are not taking it seriously, might be, or the work is not completed as assigned to me. As a team, uh, they are working fine at times, but the productivity is not there. There are a lot of things that I think that I'm not able to control, or um, things are moving haywire, and that's the issue.
Okay, so all you described are observations about normal human beings. This is how all of us behave. And this is how all of us will continue to behave. So, first of all, this is not unique to you, that you are not great enough leaders, that people don't follow. People don't follow anybody. People have their own problems, they have their own negative beliefs, their own negative. Sometimes the mood is not good, sometimes the before you came to job, husband fought or wife fought or somebody fought, or like she took 2,000 rupees and the money dropped somewhere, so he's unhappy about that. There can be million problems. So people have million problems in life, so they would be, their work will be affected day to day. That is why the management, the companies, it's a miracle how the companies are able to do such great work and provide such cheap stuff, because they are using such ordinary people and create such dramatically reliable systems. The electricity comes every day, and everybody can agree that the government employees can be lazy, they can neglect work, they can be absent without advance information. So the systems have to be built with excess capacities and all those things that we human beings have learned over the years. So first, just relax that you cannot do 100%. To get 100% results, you need excess people, which you may or may not have. Most likely bank will not give you excess people. So yes, some stuff will be left behind, that's okay. As a leader or as a manager, your role is to decide, let's say there are 5 people in the office, only 2 come. So your responsibility to decide that out of 10 things, which 3 are most important that we are going to do today, remaining we are going to postpone. Setting priority is the highest level of responsibility you have. You cannot complete 100%. Nobody can complete 100%. Each one of us has a big list of to do that we will not finish today or tomorrow, this week, or even this year. So our responsibility is to identify, given the limitations of today, what out of possibly 5, 10, 20, 50 tasks, which 1, 2, 3, 5 are you going to focus today? That's it. Remaining you drop. We'll see the next time, next opportunity. Okay? Great.
So one more thing.
Okay.
So while setting priorities, if I have thought that today I have to do this one particular job, it contains a lot of steps to be completed. And during the whole day, with all the other things in life, as you have told us, and we all know, the job that I thought that it is a priority and it has to be completed today, it used to shift to 2 to 3 days. And these days, in the back of the mind, it happens that no, this has to be done, this has to be done.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Okay. So this is a problem in the back of the mind. The reality is what it is. So you have to evaluate more accurately how much time it takes and how much can be done. We can say, no, these 2 books have to be done. So there is a mismatch between what you think can be done and what can actually be done. So estimate less, multiply it by 0.8, multiplied by half. And once you finish that, then begin to do a little more. So there's a mismatch between what you think can be done and what really can be done. It is not a problem with people or systems or anything else. You are expecting that the team can do much more than it can really do. Okay, thank you. Next person, any question? Yes, please. Yes, sir. Oh, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, all. Sir, could you please elaborate a little bit about the total course? Actually, my daughter, she is in MBBS final year. She is studying, and I will discuss with her to join the course. First, I should understand what is the exact duration of the course and all these things. Could you please a little
Sure,
bit elaborate
sure.
that?
Okay. See, essence of the course are these things. One is IQ Builder that they can practice whenever they want. This is to be used for 20 days, about 20 to 25 minutes a day. When people go through this, their IQ increases by 10 points or more. This became possible only 2008 and not my research. We only developed software. The research was done in US and UK. And this was first time in the history of psychology, that's about 125 years, that they figured out how to increase IQ. And the type of IQ that increases is called, one is executive function and one is short-term memory. And that's a type of short-term memory. It's called working memory. It's about 40 minutes of what is happening. Much more data you can retain and access. About 40 minutes. So let's say you are in a meeting, like you are attending class. By the end of the class, you'll remember much more of the beginning of the class also, because your brain has figured out how to remember much more. So that is one that one can do whenever they have 20 days continuously, roughly. They can miss a few days, that's okay. So rather than 20, they can take 30 or 25 or whatever, but it is not 1 day a week.
Is it a live class or
No,
it is
no,
a
this is software. They can use anytime. They get membership, they get user ID and password, and they use whatever time they want. And it is for 1 year. They can use it for 1 year. Now, these are 7 modules. And these are just like the class we had here, with the difference that these are recordings. And the benefit of recording is, like in the class, whatever be the time, people get busy, it is troublesome. And when I teach, see here, my total training was like 5 minutes each day. That can still be managed. But if there are more concepts, it takes more time, then it becomes too heavy to teach for 2 hours, 2.5 hours at a time for people to learn. Remember, they get overburdened. So there's a video. Each day there's a video, and they can watch as they want. And then at the end of the week, there's a call, which is up to 3 hours. So they watch the video, they implement it, and then whatever doubts or difficulties come, that is what they ask.
And that is a live session.
That is right. Question answer are live sessions. That is the meaning. See, it becomes valuable only if I can answer very specific question for each person. Otherwise, it is like a book. I mean, video is almost like a book.
Sir.
And this is 4 weeks. And modules are 7, so it is for 3.5 weeks. Modules on the 4th week, they'll get 1 module. And this is not too much. It is just the right pace for most people. Even if they are busy, which everybody is, they can manage this much.
So the whole course is for 1 month, 4 weeks. It will be over.
Right. Less than 4 weeks. Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Okay. Anybody? Yeah, please go ahead, ask.
Uh, though it is not related directly to this course, can I please share my yesterday's experience for the benefit of the whole team of my interaction with you, sir?
Sure, sure. Okay, just a quick intro to everybody. See, Nityananda ji, he is 55 years. He's a senior intelligence officer at Tata Steel, and he was with Government of India, CBI, Central Bureau of Intelligence, for 16 years. So which means
IB, sir, Intelligence Bureau.
Oh, right, Intelligence Bureau. So his expertise is finding out what bad things people are going to do and identify them and stop them. So he wanted my help in overcoming. Okay, he believes he's not as good in public speaking as he should be. So that is why we are working together. And in a couple of days back, he said the problem was so important he would spend 50,000 rupees. So I said, okay, if it is so important, I will help you out. And yesterday we had a meeting, so he wants to share. Go ahead, please.
Friends, good morning to all of you. In fact, I have this shyness while speaking in public. For me, the public is I need to present myself in the meetings among the senior officers, and the process continues for 1 hour or so. Periodically, the meetings are conducted for our company's purposes, and I have this, though I can speak clearly in English, I have this anxiety that whether I'm going to speak so fluently like others, whether my presentation will be okay. This continues from, though I have reached a certain stage in my life, I have reached a certain senior position, as well as a vast experience both in government as well as in private. So yesterday I had requested sir to find out what exactly causes this feeling in me. After observing me, he pointed out that there is nothing external which stops you. It is all internal. It is an element of anxiety that makes you feel in that way. And he figured it out, and he told me 2-3 techniques to practice. And that was done then and there, yesterday only. He asked me to imagine 2-3 situations where I had given my best in my interviews. Whether it was any exam interview or something like that, where I had done my presentation, my meeting, which went well, and another which didn't went well. So he asked me, when the meeting had gone very well, to think that and to imagine that, to view that as if like a slideshow, as if like a cinema, and to recapitulate that yourself and put yourself in that imaginary position and tell him what I exactly feel. Then he reversed that, and he asked me to imagine myself in the meeting, in the presentation where I had not done so well or which had gone haywire. And at that time, what exactly I was feeling? I was feeling that the anxiety was going from my feet to my head. He asked me to do that reverse, to think that in a reverse situation, and I did myself, I thought myself, I conducted myself that in my mind, and surprisingly, that anxiety went away in a few seconds. It was a small technique, but it helped me to a great extent. I think I will practice that during my next presentation before my board members, before my senior colleagues. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You are so humble and so open to share it with everybody. Everybody will benefit. And this technique is, by the way, not my creation. I learned it from Dr. Richard Bandler, and Somehow before Zoom, there was never an opportunity to share with people because my goal was to help lakhs of students. So I never conducted classes locally. I never did coaching, never conducted classes because it didn't make sense to me to help 30 people when I can try to help 3,000, 30,000 or 3 lakhs.
Sir,
But now Zoom makes it possible again to share. Thank you so much.
it is a great benefit to us, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Okay, anybody else? Any question? This is our last meeting together, so this is your opportunity to get over any doubts from what you have already learned. Or if anybody has doubts about what is the next course, anything about that, you decide.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, actually, what happens with me, I just want to share my problem. Actually, for videos, I learn, I take what they want to share, but the problem is that I never use it. In these 5 days, although I have missed some classes, but later on, I saw the videos, recordings, and I tried to implement. This was my better part, that I at least I tried for implementation. I get benefited from this also. But actually, this is my problem, that when I get videos for 9 from this the courses, so how can I feel that yes, I have to do these things?
Okay,
I don't know. Yeah.
okay, good question. See, most people who create videos, they are not experienced enough. They have not thought deeply about how hard it is for people to focus for 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Many of these people who create videos, they are freaks of nature. For them, concentration is easy. They are super successful, and they think others can just decide and it happens. No, it doesn't happen that way. That is why you might realize that when I answer questions, I tell you far more than what I tell you when I teach you. Because when I teach, the technique has to be so simple that you can understand in a minute, you can remember it forever in your life. Like the 3 techniques you learned, you will never forget in your life, right? Because I gave so simple 2-minute instruction, everybody can remember. Most people's videos are 60-minute instructions. 60-minute instruction, nobody can remember. So those videos are ineffective. That is the meaning. It is like if you join IIT coaching or IS coaching, the best of the institutes in India are best because they get the brightest of the students, and they put everybody through torture training. If human capacity is this much, they give this much. So some people manage through this and rise above, but a lot of people get destroyed. However, to those coaching institutes, it doesn't matter that a lot of people can destroy it. If 10 more people get ranked, their name gets bigger and they are more successful. So that is why it is extremely hard to identify who's the right person to learn from. And one test is find somebody who has 3-hour videos rather than somebody who has 300-hour videos. If you have 2 choices of book, find one that is this thin rather than this is this thick. Like in 12th class, my daughter, she just passed last year, mathematics is some Sharma, I forget the name. There are 2 volumes and those are about 800, 900 pages each. So 1800 pages. If just mathematics is 1800 pages, which means if she has like 200 days and every day she does mathematics, then to finish it once, she has to do 10 pages a day. And there are not enough days. There are so many subjects. There are birthdays, there are movies, there is sickness, fever, all kinds of things are there in life, right? So 1800 page book is torture. It should be 200 pages. So what I told her, forget the book, throw away the books, just focus on NCERT. And okay, very quickly, how you use any book. The author puts maximum effort in the examples. An author selects 3, 4, 5, 7 examples that can give all the concepts broadly, all the key concepts. So it is better to revise, repeat those examples 5 times rather than to solve many problems. And even when you practice solving problem, practice those 7 examples rather than others. And in a lot of times they ask just those examples in the exam, because those either pertain to some very fundamental concept or some unique concept or something simple but everybody should know. So go for, see, that is why the example I gave is like BKS Iyengar is the #1 yoga expert in the world. He passed away recently. But his mastery is useless to most people. He taught a small number of people because you have to learn, go to his classes, lived in US, and you have to practice for 2 years to become eligible to learn pranayam. But Ramdevji just turned it around. He said, forget yoga, learn these 2 pranayam and you'll find great improvement in 2 weeks. Once you have the proof, then you can learn more. So it is the same thing I did. I showed you very simple 2-minute techniques that you can benefit from. Now, if you are motivated, if you have greater dreams, then you can learn more. But now you have proof, so you have confidence. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. This is one more question was about the mind machine. Actually, I am using mind machine for vocab building. So, can I use it during sleep? Actually, because it was a passive learning.
Yes, yes.
So,
So put a vocabulary program when you go to bed.
okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
And
Thank you, sir.
but before that you have to have gone through the same words with open books, so you know what those words are and how the spelling looks, because in exam it is not auditory. You'll see those spellings, so that has to match. So once or twice keep the book open as you listen, but once you are familiar with the words, how they look and how they sound, then you can go to use them when you go to sleep.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, recently I identified that I have a dopamine addiction. How to detox dopamine addiction, sir? Every time I see not doing the hard things, what is easy, I'm choosing that thing.
Okay.
There, detox dopamine detox.
Okay. Okay. See, this is another thing. People try to create scientific words like this, dopamine addiction. And this is what the whole humanity has. All of us here, everybody wants to do simple things, nobody wants to do hard things. And you have to just do hard thing. I mean, if your goal is important enough, so one of the exercises to do is your goal important enough? Maybe we can do this exercise for everybody now. Okay, please close your eyes and identify your #1 goal, #2 goal, #3 goals, top 3 goals, and what outcome you will get. Okay, keep eyes closed, breathe less air in and less air out. Now, once you achieve the goal, where will you be? Where will you be standing? Where will you be sitting? What place it would be? Who others will be there? For example, if it is an exam, when the result is declared, where will you be? How will you know that you have passed or you have come top? And it's a great news. How will it be delivered to you? What your friends will tell you, what parents will tell you, what others will tell you, what teachers will tell you. Imagine that. What will you see, hear and feel? And in that moment will you feel that all the hard work you've done, it was worth. Yes, enjoy the feeling of success, because you can have that and you deserve it. And when you do so, your capability increases. You become more positive, you can get more success, work more easily. Okay, now to achieve that success, are you willing to do whatever is in your power, whatever you are capable of? But even before that, do you know what needs to be done to reach there? Most likely you do. So, you know where you are, you know where you want to go, you have experienced that, you know what the steps are you willing to do them? Now, you can choose to say yes in that state of imagining, feeling the happiness, the achievement, the success. You can decide to do everything in your power to achieve that. We'll take 30 seconds and then open your eyes. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, so now you know what will happen when you achieve your dream, your goals. Now we'll take 10-second break and then we will close our eyes again. Okay. Okay, close your eyes again. We want to do a different exercise now. Now let's say you get lazy. You know where you are, you know where you want to go, and you know what needs to be done. But let's say you get lazy. You don't do that. Then what will happen? If you don't do that, then where will you be 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? How will you be disappointed with your life? How will other important people in your life feel? Take a minute. What will it feel not to succeed? And now you know the difference between success and failure. So is it worth being lazy and miss out the success and be left behind? See, it is something you control. Now you know the difference between success and failure. Is it worth doing your best? That's a decision you make today. And that's the biggest gift I can give you. It's your choice. Now, there are a lot of things happening in the world which you don't control. All you control is your effort, your intention, your focus, your state, your body. How you're sitting, how you're standing, you control. What you focus on, you control. What language you use, you control. And do that. And then, as they say in Gita, leave the results to God or to nature or to whoever. You have done your responsibility. You have done your work. Now whatever happens is okay. We accept. Take whatever time you need to understand this fully and make the right decision. Good. Once you understand it well enough and you make your decision, then open your eyes and come back to the meeting. Okay, we'll wait for 30 more seconds. Hello, Haji. Okay, ji, thank you. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, so that was my biggest gift to you. Make the decision, make your life great, get success. I wish you all the best. And join the course. That is the best thing I can do for you. Okay? Bye.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Thank you. I
Thank you,
really
sir.
enjoyed.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
राधा के हस्बैंड कहा कि राधिका जी नहीं आएंगे आज.